Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to my oak treehouse tutorial. I made this starting out thinking it was going to be like a first night sort of house, but we did the interior a little bit differently, so you guys can definitely design that how you want. But in the middle area right here, we have a little bit of a buffer with some chests and a crafting table. Up here, we have a full-fledged interior. We got bed, crafting, everything really you could need in a Minecraft build. So yeah, let's get to the tutorial. Alright, so for your starter treehouse, you're going to need to find a tree somewhat like this. The shape isn't like 100% vital or anything. Again, it's a starter build, so something you would build on the first night. So we're basically going to come up here with some ladders, and we are going to break this top block right here. You really only want to get to the top area right here that's kind of this big. I don't really know how to describe it, but it is just this big. If there's any areas missing, like there and there, just put a log that is sideways like this out, and then stack one on top. It doesn't matter which way it faces out, and if you wanted it really to be even, you could go ahead and just do it like that. That way from the outside it doesn't look too weird. So we'll go ahead and just do that, make it look even. Take some trapdoors and place those on the ends of the logs right there. There we go, looking good. We're going to come back up to the top of the tree here, and we're going to extend these up a total of 3 blocks on top like this. So 3 blocks. We're going to line the bottom with a little bit of cobblestone like this. And then we're just going to leave a little bit of areas open. The walls are going to be filled in with oak wood blocks like this. So some parts of the build are going to be open, and that's just because, you know, you got to have windows somewhere in the build, or things are going to get to looking a little bit funky. So we'll do a window maybe right here. We'll do a full window right here, another small window, and then we'll just do a tiny window. Variation always is good in a build. So as you can see, I have 2 tiny windows, like a window right there and a window right there. So tiny, medium, and large. And that's just going to add some variation to the build. You can even go ahead and just make one wall, not have one at all. That is completely fine. We're going to extend 2 logs from each of these out like this. And we're just going to continue to do that all the way around. We're going to take a block of fence, and we're just going to set that right there just to make it look like it's somewhat supported. Again, it's not really supported. It's Minecraft. You could build just a floating thing if you wanted to. But hey, it makes it look architecturally a little bit more sound, and I think that's a good thing. So at this point, we are just lining these logs right here with some trapdoors. We're going to make them look a little bit better. We're going to take some oak wood slabs like this, and we're going to break out that corner block, but we're going to fill in all of the rest. So if you want to like fill in all those 4 blocks like this, 1 2 3 4, you can, and then break that out, or you can just fill it in like an L shape if you want to save yourself a little bit of time, a little bit of slab work. Then you can definitely do that. At this point, we're going to build these up 1 2 3 higher than they already are. So 3 higher like this. In the corner of your build, preferably where you don't have a window, go ahead and just bring up a log. Well, actually, never mind, don't do that. Just put your ladder like right in the corner. I wouldn't recommend you do that any other way. We are going to finish out the build by doing this. We're going to put a little bit of logs facing outside like this. And then we're going to connect one right there. And then one, actually, no. Sorry, that's wrong. See, actually, I said that was wrong, but that's actually right. You want to connect these logs right here. And then we're going to go around from the bottom, and we're just going to take some oak wood stairs like this, and we're just going to run them along. This might be a little bit complicated, question mark. It's not really hard. It's just kind of tricky, so you got to go inside, out, inside, and then like that, and you're going to end up with a little shape like that. You want to do that all the way around the build, so I'll just go ahead and just show that on camera. This video is not going to be very long. It's a pretty simple build. So we're just gonna go all the way around. So yeah, I mean, starter first night, maybe, like if you had this many, like if you collected wood all day and maybe built a little bit into the night, you could get this done. But even if you just built this thing right here and just covered off the roof, you could stay in that a night and then extend it out to something like this in the future. Of course, I mean, it's Minecraft, you can do what you want, but I mean, I think that would be pretty cool for a house. I mean, that's why I'm building it and showing you. I mean, if you're still watching it, then you're probably like somewhat interested. You might not even build. A lot of people comment on my videos. They're like, Neo, we don't even build this, but I just like watching it. I'm like, I mean, hey, you know, a view's a view, and, you know, someone that supports me is someone that supports me regardless of if they actually build it. I mean, it's not hurting my feelings. If you just want to watch me build, that's fine. But we're going to go around. We're just bringing the slabs up. As you can see, you can just sort of copy what I'm doing here. There's some areas like right there. You're going to have to get into a weird block, and we're just going to finish off the roof. Some places where there's going to be windows, like right, actually, nope. I think that's perfect. So we're going to come back up here, and then we're going to start filling in some walls. So we're going to fill in these bottom blocks like this because they're, you know, I mean, they're the bottom blocks. You want to go ahead and fill those in. Now, something that's a little bit controversial as far as building this is going to be getting grass up here for a little bit of something. So this might not be a first night feature you want to add to your build, but if you do have access to grass, maybe not even silk touch, all you really have to do, honestly, is just build like a staircase. Okay, so let's say you just took normal dirt. I'm gonna teach you guys this. So if you put normal dirt like this in a staircase all the way up to where you wanted the grass to be, you could literally just like grow it like we'll just leave the staircase there and we'll watch the grass grow onto it. But yeah, eventually the grass will come, but it'll take a little bit. So we're gonna fill in these areas with grass right here. We are again going to take some trapdoors. We're gonna fill in this block right here and right here, right there, and then right there and right there, and then I think we should be good. All right, and then once that is complete, go ahead and place the slab right there all the way across all 4 corners. And then we're just gonna add some plants up there. Again, it doesn't matter what plants. I think since I like blue orchids so much and it's a recording, I'm just gonna put all blue orchids. You can put whatever you want up there, of course. I like the way blue orchids look personally. You may not, that is okay. It is okay to have different opinions in the world. Otherwise, if everyone had the same opinion, I think life would be very, very weird. I mean, there would be like no discussion like ever. Things would just be weird. So I'm just putting windows above those plants right there. Some of these, like, you can fill in. You might want to have windows in some of them. You might not want to have windows in some of them. Okay, that's actually a stair block. Let's not break that. Break into here. Put the cobblestone back. So I'm thinking maybe a window right there. I'm thinking a triplet window right there. I'm thinking maybe a double left window right there. And then maybe a single right, just for a little bit of variation. Always good to have variation in your builds. So we might want to put, trying to think. Yeah. Put a slab right there. Okay, hear me out. We're gonna put a slab right there. We're gonna take a trap door, and then we're gonna put it over the ladder. Okay, so you can still get up and down just fine. I promise. They made ladders smart now, and so that's gonna be good. And then we can throw down the bed in the corner here. So hear me out. We're gonna throw down the bed like this, and then it'll be kind of lined up with the trap doors. I mean, you could even put like maybe like a bookcase, right? I mean, this is a first night house, or a starter house, I guess technically. But hey, I mean, I can give you just some ideas for other builds you have. I mean, it's not gonna be like, I mean, actually, some of you in the comments can be like, Neo, you can't have bookcases on the first day. Yeah, you definitely can't unless you like find a library in a village. But I mean, hey, we're gonna get creative, guys. We're gonna get creative. That's how I am. If you don't like that, well, I'm sorry. I guess you'll have to leave. The door is right in the top right-hand corner of your browser, or I guess on it's on the bottom of your screen, that little square button. Anyways, I need to stop that. We're gonna get into the rest of the build. So I'm putting some chests right here in this little buffer area to get up. I'm gonna put a crafting table. We'll go ahead and just make it look aesthetically pleasing. Throw down a little bit of one of these on it. I think that's pretty much good. I mean, there's not much really you can put in this tiny little room. Go ahead and give it a little look-sees. And it looks quite huge. I mean, it does look quite huge, I will admit. It is definitely a big build. If you wanted this to look a little bit less, like, ridiculous as far as, like, how is it being supported by one trunk, I can always change builds in the middle of builds, because I see things when they look weird, guys, and I'm like, oh, that's not gonna be good. So, ooh, super. I can do a really good Canadian accent. Fun fact. I like Canadians. I feel like they're very, anyway, let's just stop that. We could put, oh yeah, that's gonna look a heck of a lot better. So go ahead and extend that fence one down and one over. So one down, one over, one down, one over, one down, over, down, over. Let's see, is it grass? Yep, see, look, we're at the first grass block. So it takes a while, guys, but I promise, eventually it all works out, but it does take, like, it does take a decent amount of time. Now that we have these supports down here, I mean, it's ironclad in what we're gonna do now. I mean, we're gonna make it look good. We're gonna take some fence gates, preferably the same fence that you used for the rest of the build, and you can go ahead and just put it right in front of your ladder, and then you have a nice little entrance to your tree house. Don't place another, close the dang, thank you. All right, let's get up here, and let's design this part up here, I guess like the upstairs area. So, in all reality, I don't think we need this window right here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to stack one chest that you can open, two chests, three chests, and then we're going to line it up. Oh, see, that's an issue, so we're going to fill it in with that. So we're just going to fill in these because it doesn't connect to a chest, but I know it will connect to a furnace. See, it'll connect to a furnace. I don't know why it connects to, it won't connect to a chest, but it'll connect to a furnace. I guess furnaces are solid blocks, technically. I don't know. I think that looks good for that wall, though. Alright, well, I mean, you already pretty much have everything you would need, I guess, beyond, like, a crafting I guess you had one down there. You have pretty much everything you will need, like, for a basic build, but I mean, if you wanted to make this more advanced in the future, you could do something like this. Take some glowstone, take some of that. I would take a stair and just, I would take a stair and I would put it right there. I'd take some trapdoors, put those right there. Cauldron, fill it with water. You do need nether wart, which I subsequently forgot. We're gonna put the nether wart right there, and then brewing stands. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a place for a brewing stand. I guess you could just do them right there and then remove those because you don't need those anyways. You could just put, okay, this is hard. You gotta hold down space and shift at the same time. So you could put the brewing stands right there. Again, maybe not because it's more of a beginner build or something, but you know, since we already did that, we'll throw down an armor stand. We're just gonna start the whole train of losing the the point of this build. But hey, I mean, it still looks good. It still looks good. So we're gonna throw down this. We're gonna make a little random dude with some armor. We're gonna take a pressure plate because you gotta have a pressure plate. It's gonna look weird if you don't have a pressure plate. We can take some carpet. You won't have carpet on the first night. Again, guys, I know, but if you wanted to make this build look a little bit better on the inside, you want to have some more fancy stuff, this is definitely how you could do it in the future. So yeah, we'll make a little bit of a carpet in here, makes it look kind of nice. And yeah, so I think that looks pretty good for this build. So if you guys liked this build and you want to see more builds like this and much more, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday I upload. So click that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and get ready for an awesome ride of builds. If you guys would like to leave a like, I would much appreciate it. I'm not going to ask for a number of likes on this build. Not the best build ever that I've made, but I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. The grass is not going to grow anymore. I'm just going to remove that. But I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to know what shader pack, texture pack, any of that fancy stuff is all going to be down in the description below. So you can click those links if you're curious about those, find out about them. But yeah, with all that said, I wish you guys a very good day whenever you watch this, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.